Shalom, shalom. So I was reading this again, just going through stuff, and I thought something was interesting. Some stuff was coming to my mind. So I was reading Barashayaf, Bara, Alahayim, Ath Hashemayam, Ath Ha'aratz, Wa'aratz, Hayatha, Thawa, Wabwa, Wachashak, Al, Panay, Thahawam, Warach, Alahayim, Marach Path Al Pene Hashemayam Salakia. And I'm like, okay. So in the beginning, which is stamping the time period. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? And then I'm looking like, okay, so the earth, right, and it goes into it being into a state of what? Formless, right? Void. Void is a dark place of not being cared after, not being tainted, not being it's untamed. It's untamed. It's not tamed at all. It's chaos. There, emptiness, nothing. You can't say love is there, right? Wachashak, and then it goes into what? Darkness. Al Panay, Thahawam, right? Right, which is this is what I thought was real interesting, right? How we see synonymously with void, chaos, emptiness, and we immediately see darkness immediately after that. The book of Enoch, I believe, it describes how like some things came to the earth and came to fill in that play of darkness and void and chaos and things of that nature. A lot of movies do too. I was watching that movie It. You know what I mean? Pennywise Shirley brought his ass down here from the stars. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. I'm just saying, just like when I'm looking at this stuff in Hebrew, a lot of stuff be speaking to me like in just certain way. You know what I mean? The Hawam, Wawawach. So, and then you got the spirit of Alahayim, right? Marachpath, Al Panay, Hamayam, which is hovered. So when the spirit of the Most High is hovering, right? All I'm thinking about is like, this isn't a certain hover. So when just think about like, say if something is hovering, when something usually hovering is kind of like surveilling. Like think of a craft, a sense, or just why is the spirit of God so-called hovering upon the face, moving upon the face of the waters, right? Something that that the world and the government say they ain't even explored. A lot of things are going on in the waters. This is the waters roar. You know what I mean? I just thought that was interesting, especially how they admit now so-called aliens come from the waters and things of that nature. How that's their main inhabitants. Thought that was interesting. Even how they say now we in the firmament, and technically the space would be the waters. Dealing right here, Hamayam. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting. Something I was thinking about when I was reading that. It's in the beginning. It's right there. going on right there. And what else did I think was interesting? Oh yeah, like right. So wawa. So the spirit is also like a wind, but it's like a force, right? So we got in the spirit Alahayim, right? That's that, right? Marachpath al Panay Hamayam. So it's upon, not just upon, but it's see, it could have just said upon, but we see Marachpath. So it this is like, that's why I say it's kind of like surveillance, form of surveillance, and there's a force. It's like a wind. There's like a move upon the face of the deep of these waters right here for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Oh no, I was just looking at that. This might not be nothing at all, but it's something that I'm looking into. Because I was just looking at the creation. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Let me see what else we got here. Waya Korah, Alahayim Ath, Ha'awar, Kai Tawab. Waya Badal, okay. Waya Dabal, Alahayim, Bayan, Ha'awar, Bayan, Chashak. Oh, you know, this is going into, and then the Most High called the light, and the light is good. And, you know, he separated it in the midst of the light, and he separated that in the darkness. You know what I mean? That's going into verse 4. How he made a separation there in time with all of this. And that's interesting too, because what this is also showing you a segue of things happening distinctively in this mass that we're in right now. All right. And there seems to be a veil set between clearly the light and the darkness, and what's going on with the yum, which is the seas, right? Because the seas essentially started to get their own function, and I'm gonna go into that at a later time. I don't want to spend too long on this. It's already been long. It's kind of boring. Shalom.